How are you?
I'm fine, Carol. How are you doing?
Excellent, thanks. So today we have Mohammed July, and you are one of the first students that went through the mentorship program, the 150 years mentorship program, and that was 4 years ago. So how have things been? This is awesome.
It is really awesome, yeah. And I should actually consider myself lucky to be the first alumni of the 150 years mentorship program, and everything after the program went really well. And at this
Awesome.
point, I would say, this is one of the greatest achievement of mine.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So give us an idea about yourself. Tell us, where you came from and why you decided to come to Canada and just give us some flavor for your thought process there.
Yes, sure. I actually graduated from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology in Chemical Engineering Department, and then I went for higher studies in South Korea. And when I was actually working in process engineering, then I have realized like the process safety is one of the uh, very critical issue for the process industries. I mean, not to save only the properties or assets or the values, also to save life. So then I decided like I should actually work in process safety, risk and reliability engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and Memorial University actually offers one of the best program in this area. So I have applied in
Yeah.
Memorial University, and
Excellent.
yeah, and I got a scholarship under Dr. Faisal Khan and his team. So yeah, and then I started my program in here. And while I was doing the program, one day I have received an email from the academic dean that there's a program is launching. It's a 150 years of mentorship program, and at first I thought like, okay, let's see what is this, and I went to the information session, and then I realized like, yeah, I need to be enrolled the program, and needless to say, the enrollment process was competitive at that time. I mean,
Ah,
pretty competitive, but yeah, I mean, I made it.
excellent. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you got into the program, and it's 4 years ago now. So do you remember it well, or do you remember what were was some of the highlights?
I I would say I really remembered every part of the program. The
Okay.
foremost important thing is when I was in academics, and I after moving in Canada, the main reason, the main goal was to develop my professionalism, develop my career.
Mm,
And back in Asia, I mean, back in Bangladesh or Korea, I mean, those countries, one of the most different from, I mean, the career building a successful career in Canada and other parts of the world is in here. It's not only the technical skill being valued, also the technical, interpersonal skill, and the
mm,
networking skills are
mm-hmm.
equally important.
Yeah.
And I know like I had technical skills, but that is not enough to go to the top of the ladder. and
Mm-hmm.
um, and then after right after the first information session, I have realized like, yes, to build my professionalism and to build the network in Canada is a mandatory to enroll this program. So
Uh,
I tried my best.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for just saying that. If you could give us just a glimpse as to how you've used some of the things out of the program to get your most current job. I know that you're very excited about what you're walking into. So, do you want to tell us about how you got that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the current job I recently joined in this company. Its name is Jana Corporation, and I'm really excited because this job is very very much similar. do my research, like the exact same what I did in my higher studies in Memorial University. So what I do the risk modeling for the oil and gas pipeline industries. So like now in Canada, there are lots of oil and gas pipeline are building, like Kinder Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
the Trans Northern and the Trans Mountain pipeline is in a way. So
Yeah.
so this this would be a like a vital to work in this project, and I'm very much excited on this. And I would confess, like, I mean, without a proper guidance from the 150 years mentorship program, it would be very, very difficult to land in this
Mm.
job. So
So
yeah,
I remember you telling me about the interview, and you had an interview with the president.
yes,
Yeah.
our
So how did?
president and three other vice presidents.
Wow. So that must have been intimidating.
It was.
So how did you feel going in, and what was the background that you had for this?
Yes. Okay, so when I heard the first time that I would have an interview with the president and three other vice president, one room, I was a little bit nervous. But the interesting part was I was being prepared for it, and I actually had skills to how to talk, and the professionalism, the manners, and
Mm-hmm.
everything, the etiquettes, like the corporate courtesy and corporate cultures. And I learned everything from the 150 years mentorship program. Just to give you
Wow.
an example,
Sure.
um, the first time I had I talked with a president of a company, just like the president of Newfoundland Hydro, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Earl. I was actually drinking coffee nervously, walking around, and Earl actually met with me and said, like, "So, hey, young man, where are you from?" Then
Yeah.
it went naturally. Then my mentor, Malcolm McLean, vice president of Husky Energy, he
Mm-hmm.
joined with the conversation, and I talked with him. I shook hands, and like, wow, I am talking with such big leaders in my own field. That was a kind of like proud moment of me,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the training parts,
Yeah.
and those skills exactly I have applied to my interview. I was not afraid. I didn't show that I am scared. Yes, I was scared inside of me, but in my face, it didn't show up because I was well prepared and I know how to talk with the top leaders
Mm-hmm.
of the company. So
Excellent.
this is a great value added in my professional career, actually.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. I really appreciate it. Is there anything that you can share with somebody, like a just a nugget of what career success means to you, or how somebody else can be successful?
Yes, sure. Um, the career success, in my opinion, is actually how much value I can add to my career and how much value actually I can add to the others. Just like one thing about like the 150 years mentorship program, when you actually showed us how to prepare the resume, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I had my traditional resume, and then I have realized that my traditional resume is not being well received in Canada because the resume style is
Mm-hmm.
totally different. And then you showed me how to add the values, skills, and the top, and that the same way actually I have structured. And then when this my current company they saw my resume and they have seen like that, yeah, I mean this person have these skills. That means like I showed my value in the company that
Yeah.
actually I can work, I can add value to them, and I think that was the first screening process. They selected me for the interview. So
Excellent. Excellent. That is a great story. Any closing thoughts about what your family thinks of you from at home in Bangladesh? They must be incredibly proud.
they are proud. They are really proud. I mean, I actually told them at first, like, hey, mom, I got a new job, and this job is a better salary, and my designation is a technical lead. So it is a good,
Congratulations.
good designation, and I'll be leading a whole project. And she was very excited.
Yeah,
And then I told her, like, I mean, it wouldn't be successful if I wouldn't have a great mentor. And I'm lucky that I had great mentors. My supervisor, academic supervisor,
yeah.
Dr. Faisal Khan, and my mentor from 150 Years Mentorship Program. Uh,
Fabulous.
he's he's actually like really helped me a lot. Like, I mean, he showed me how to be a successful person in oil and gas industries, and he actually showed me, like, I mean, which sectors are prime now, and which
Hmm.
sectors I should actually focus. So that's why, I mean, I actually focus in this area, and I became successful. So the small tips from the mentors that
Yeah.
actually propagate, like in a it's a, like a butterfly effect, that propagates and makes success in career.
Excellent, excellent. That's a fabulous analogy. I feel the same way. I can go back into my own career and really pinpoint those conversations that were vital, that made
Right.
me do the next step or know how to negotiate the path. And yeah, that's fabulous. Very well summed up. Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, that we'll leave it there. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Carol, and thank you again for accepting me in this fabulous program.
Awesome. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Take care.
Take care.